Functional interfaces have only one abstract method, and they can have any number of other types of methods. Java added this type of interface to achieve a functional programming approach. Hello guys, and welcome to Zero Code channel. In today's video, we'll talk about functional interfaces. Let's start by creating a custom functional interface. I'll go to my editor. Here I have my interface. I'll annotate this interface by functional interface. It's a good code practice, and a lot of Java authors do that. I'll create a single abstract method, and this is it. I have my functional interface. I'll try to break the rule and add another abstract method, and as you can see here, I have my annotation underlined because the IDE is signaling an error. I'll fix this by keeping only one abstract method, and I can add other types of methods allowed in an interface, for example, a default and static method. Now that we know how to create a functional interface, let's explore some common functional interfaces used in Java. Java comes with a set of functional interfaces provided in the package Java Util function. I summarized the common functional interfaces in this table. In the first row, we have Supplier. It's a functional interface that provides you with a resource of type T, and its single abstract method is get. Consumer and BiConsumer both have the method accept that will only consume one resource and return void in case of consumer, and two resources in case of BiConsumer of type T and U. Consumer and BiConsumer both have the method accept as single abstract method that will only consume one resource and return void in case of consumer, and two resources in case of BiConsumer of type T and U. We can use those to log data, for example. Predicate and BiPredicate have the method test as single abstract method that returns Boolean. This functional interface will test a condition that you provide using one input for predicate and two inputs for BiPredicate. For example, you can test a string if it's empty. The single abstract method of function and BiFunction is apply. They both process one input for function and two for BiFunction and return a result. It can replace any method processing one or two parameters and returning a result. And finally, unary operator and binary operator are very similar to function and BiFunction, only they return the same type of the input. Example, a unary operator can be an operator that flips a string from uppercase to lowercase. And again, we have the one parameter processing handled by unary operator and two parameters by binary operator. I think it's time to use those functional interfaces and write some code. Here in my editor, the first example will consist of creating a functional interface of type supplier. I want my supplier to provide the value, for example, of the date of now. So I'll use the generic type local date. I'll respect the signature of get method in my lambda. It takes no parameter and returns an object of type local date because the method now returns a local date. I go back to my main method, I run my program, and I get the value of local date now. Let's now create a functional interface of type BiConsumer. This time, I want my BiConsumer to fill a map of key, type long, and value string. I'll respect again the signature of the method accept. It takes two parameters and returns void. I call the accept method twice to fill two entries in the map. I run my program and I get the following output. As you can see, the map is empty before the call of the method accept, and after this call, my map is filled by the BiConsumer I created. In our third example, we'll see how BiPredicate works. I want to test if a string is starting with a prefix. I create a BiPredicate. I apply this by calling test on, for example, fish and chips and fish as prefix. I print the result of test and I get the result true because fish and chips do start by fish. Now let's see an example of binary function. Binary function is a functional interface that takes two parameters and returns a result. In our case, we create a BiFunction that concat two strings to return a result. Again, I'll respect the signature of the method apply of BiFunction. I apply this on the string foot and ball, I print the result, and my two strings are now concatenated and the output is football. In our last example, we will try the unary operator. So I will create one that will transform a string to uppercase. I created respecting the signature of the method apply of unary operator. I apply this on, for example, the string functional interface, all in lowercase. I print the results and I get my string transformed all to uppercase. Our video comes to its end. I hope you like it and that it provides you with useful information on functional interfaces in Java. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow, and see you in the next video.